everybody, what we're going to do now is solve a trig equation which requires some substitution. And if you notice, I want you to solve 4 cos squared theta plus 4 sine theta minus 5. And I want to solve this between 0 degrees and 360. Alright, so when I look at this, first thing I notice is that this is a cosine and this is a sine. That's a problem. They need to be the same trig function. So the one I'm really focusing on is this guy, cos squared. Cos squared, where can I get him from? Well, if you guys remember, we have one of our Pythagorean identities. Sine squared plus cos squared equals 1. Well, there's a cos squared. So if I subtract sine squared over to the other side, I could get cos squared equals 1 minus sine squared. So what I'm going to do now is bring back my equation, and where I see the cos squared, I'm going to substitute in the 1 minus sine squared. So right here, I'm going to put 4. Instead of him, I'm going to write 1 minus sine squared, bring down the 4 sine theta, and the minus 5. All right, now I'm going to be careful and distribute the 4. 4 minus 4 sine squared theta. And if you notice now, this equation only has sine in it. Makes it much easier to solve. So now I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to put my squared first. So negative 4 sine squared theta plus 4 sine theta. And combining like terms here, that makes a minus 1 equals 0. Now, what I hate, absolutely hate about this equation is the negative out in front. So what I'm going to do is invisibly multiply through by a negative 1, which would change all the signs in the equation. All right, now at this point we have ourselves a quadratic. Now you have 2 options. You can either factor this thing or use the quadratic formula. Let's face facts, most of you aren't very good at factoring. So your safest bet is to use the quadratic formula, where we have negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now in this situation, a is 4, b is negative 4, and c is 1. So I'm going to plug them into the quad. Which makes positive 4 plus minus. That's 16 minus 16, so this is going to be nothing, over 8. Which makes 4 plus minus 0 over 8, which makes 4 over 8, which is 1/2. Now, normally I would have x equals 1/2, but you notice we don't have any x's in this situation. Sine theta represents our x. So what this means, I take the half, and this means sine theta equals 1/2. Now, what I need to know is what angle makes sine equal to 1/2. So I go to my calculator, and I type sine in the negative 1, I put in 1/2, and 30 degrees pops out. But how many quadrants is sine positive in? 2, right? You have A, S, T, C. So I want to draw the 30 degrees in the 2 quadrants where sine is positive. So I'm going to draw a 30 there, and I draw a 30 there. This is my reference angle now. The answers are going to be, if I grab another color here, from here to here is 30 degrees, and from here to here is 150 degrees. And that is the answer to the question.